Thank you, sir. Thank you for inviting me. Namaskar, uh, and good evening. It's a nice platform and a good discussion going on. So, as praised by Shekhar, sir, I am not that big a person. I am just doing my bit, trying to make a Cyber Surakshit Bharat by creating digital cyber safety warriors across the country. So, I started with the help of Government of India in 2008 जब मुझे अपॉइंट किया गया फॉर इस कैंपेन कॉल सेफ सर्फिंग कैंपेन इट वाज अ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स इनिशिएटिव एंड आई वाज advised to go and educate cyber safety to 2.5 lakh children, and this is how my story started. And in parallel, from my hometown only, I was connected to the law enforcement agencies, and I was helping them out in investigating with my technical knowledge, and that became another passion of mine to become a cybercrime investigator and a trainer. And so I was appointed by various states and academies, and even I've been to Maharashtra and Nagpur and Mumbai. Well, every state, I think, just two states I've never been to. One is Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh. Rest I've covered the whole country from Jammu to Kanyakumari. And then this initiative, when started in 2008, it became a mission now. So till date, I have sensitized, say, 3.2 million kids and trained numerous officers. I'm a faculty to almost every academy, including CBI, NIA, and I've been an eminent faculty for BPR&D. And then apart from that, I also started creating warriors. With the help of law enforcement, I started an initiative called Internship. It was started by Gurugram Police in 2013, where we pick up graduates, we create cyber warriors, give them the right cyber security education. And I'm very proud in sharing that most of these interns, since 2013, we are training them every year. It's been 8 years, and they are doing a very good job for the country. Either they are working with the police department. And as Praveen sir mentioned about the I4C, that is the cyber crime reporting portal, it is just one small part of the initiative of Government of India, which is there. But there's another bigger part which they have also launched called the CCPWAC, Cyber Crime Prevention for Women and Children. And they have given training facilities and labs to every state of police. And they have also given them the facility to appoint cyber experts. And I'm proud in sharing again that few of my experts are already working in the law enforcement agencies as forensic experts. And just to add on what Praveen sir said, that as he rightly mentioned, that women and girls, especially children, women and children, I will say, I will not call only girls, when they suffer a cyber crime, they don't want to report. And they're very scared. So it's rightly said that they should report. And even in this website, cybercrime.gov.in, there is a feature of reporting anonymously, where a woman and child can even report anonymously. They don't have to give their name. But there are only 4 categories of crime which can be reported. One is child sexual abusive material, rape and gang rape kind of content, sexually obscene content, and sexually explicit content. So these 4 categories of content under women and child can be reported anonymously. Then there is one wonderful initiative of government I would appreciate for especially hackers. And I used to always, when I used to train ethical hackers, they used to ask me, where do we practice? How do we practice? It is illegal to practice. So if I hack somebody's computer without permission, I have violated the cyber law, that is the IT Act. So again, recently Government of India came out with a platform, the National Critical Information Protection Center, NCIIPC, Infrastructure Protection Center. And under this ambit of nciipc.gov.in, they started the 2 programs. One is the Responsible Vulnerability Disclosure Program, where researchers, these young cyber security researchers who are learning and training, they can engage with Government of India, report them the vulnerability beforehand. And if they find a vulnerability, the NCIIPC platform acknowledges it. They give them a kind of a certification and acknowledge them. And they even release in their newsletters about the top 15 researchers who have reported good vulnerabilities. So this is wonderful initiative where the young cyber security brains of the country have a chance to serve the country by protecting the critical infrastructure protection center. And also they started a internship program for such researchers. They also started a think tank facility where if you have some good ideas, you can share it with nciipc.gov.in. And coming again with one more initiative, that is Cyber Surakshit which is a malware and a bot cleaning center also initiated. So these are some initiatives which tells us that yes, now we are waking up, but this is much more to be done. Especially as sir rightly mentioned, Praveen sir, that there are two types of cybercrime which are majorly reported. One is the economic frauds, that is one is the economic frauds, and second is the crime against women and children. And in economic frauds, every day we are seeing a new innovation by the hackers. These bad actors, they are creating new modus operandi. They have like in one of few of the recent cases, what we have seen, that they have poisoned all the numbers of customer cares on Google search. So with the help of black hat SEO, that is called the black hat search engine optimization, they have flooded and poisoned all the search results on Google. So now I am a victim. I am an honest person. I had some problem with the online service, especially during COVID. We were doing everything online. Work from online, shopping online, payments online, communication online, gaming online, entertainment online. So when everything was online, suppose I have a problem online. I ordered some food and the order came wrong. So the immediate result, immediate reflex of the user is to go and search for the number of customer care. And you write a keyword on Google. Now Google will show you the results which are there in the index. So the hackers, they have poisoned the index. The number which they say is of the hacker. Now this poor person who calls that number, thinking that he is calling the right customer phone. And this person will ask, hey, okay, I will immediately refund your money. We need to do some online process, so please fill this form.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Rakshit sir, in between. I think because you are moving, your voice, the mic is getting a little disturbed.
Okay. So the moment you call that number, and they will ask you to either fill up a form or download a screen sharing application, something like TeamViewer, Quick Support, or AnyDesk. And the moment you follow those instructions, you have compromised your wallets, your mobile wallets, and your UPI has gone. So every day we are finding a new modus operandi. The challenge here is, and this is where this platform I want to, and I want to share my experience also, and I want to people like you and Sir Praveen sir and Shekhar sir, where you have a reach to the government and you can help in creating new policies. I think there are two important things which should be done immediately today to protect our digital payment ecosystem. Like, let me give you an example first, then I hope you will all understand. So I was in India. I was working on my phone every day I'm working. I take my mails, I use my social media, I open my net banking. And in a 3 hours flight, I reached Dubai. I was supposed to be in Dubai for a conference. Just in 3 hours. The moment I landed, I got a free access to internet of Etisalat, because at airport, it takes half an hour, 40 minutes to come out. So I am not disconnected. So I used that free Wi-Fi of airport. That was the Etisalat Wi-Fi. The moment I switched on to Etisalat in Dubai airport, my Facebook, my Gmail, they stopped working. They gave me a warning. Yeah, somebody is trying to access your details from UAE. If it is you, please prove your identity. Otherwise, we have locked your account temporarily. Within, I was okay. I was going through the process. I got a call from India, and I had some immediate banking to be done on my banking application. In the airport only itself, there was some fund transaction which has to be done by me, some payment to be done. In that same airport, on the same Wi-Fi, I opened my banking application, and the transaction took place smoothly. The bank, they never realized that Rakshit Tandon, who is every day operating his bank from Delhi on his phone from an Airtel number, after 3 hours, suddenly somebody is opening his bank from UAE. That was not a botheration for the banking application. But for my social media and my Gmail account, there was a security alert. So I think my suggestion, it is just a suggestion, that if the banking, all these wallets which we are using today we are in the world of artificial intelligence. Already we have entered into artificial intelligence. We can train the computer. So if I can train, for example, I use a wallet called Paytm. If I can train the wallet Paytm that Mr. Tandon has a device, he has a home connection and an Airtel connection. Every day he is using Paytm. Every day almost we are using Paytm for buying milk, for groceries, for paying. Everything we are doing on digital wallet system. So, and immediately within 2 hours, his location changes, or in 1 hour, his location changes. We call it the intrusion detection system. If this thing can be done, a lot of frauds which are happening can be controlled. Because what happened when I compromise? See, the users will compromise. As Shekhar sir, you showed in your presentation that 78% people think that I know everything. Similarly, the frauds will take place. The hackers will try to exploit. But if there is a sudden change in location from my wallet or my banking application and a sudden change in my payment behavior, every day I am using 500 rupees to 1000 rupees. That is my limit. I have never crossed that limit in the last 7 months. And suddenly somebody hacks my bank and does a transaction of 1 lakh rupees. There should be a second alert. There should be a second authentication. So like whenever I do a transaction, a OTP comes. There should be a second OTP coming, which warns me that, are you sure that with this you are doing this transaction to so-and-so person? In very simple words. And that is where we can save a lot of frauds. So these are two things which I expect either RBI or even the application themselves should be aware of, because the numbers are tremendous. The numbers are not tremendous, they are humongous. And now, as per the recent reports, we have 53 crore internet users in the country, out of which 27 crore are urban. And we are only talking about the cyber frauds and crimes happening to the urban people, not the rural people. So there's a huge population now which is becoming digital in the rural areas also. And we need to protect their and coming to the social media, I think today also there was a very good discussion with NCW in the morning, National Commission for Women. They have hosted a special webinar on crime against women and children. And I think it is high time that we also give some responsibilities to the social media companies to prevent such content and dissemination of content. And there should be a very fast redressal, because when I am a victim, suppose I am a girl and I am a victim of abuse, it can be a fake picture, it can be my number which has been written in a very bad advertisement, or it can be my intimate content. My ex-boyfriend is exploiting me with my personal data or something, which is called revenge porn. So if I flag this kind of content, immediate removal should be done by the social media companies, so that because see, in bullying and cyberbullying, the cyberbullying is recurring. It is there. It is always there. People are still forwarding, tagging, liking. So the trauma is every minute and every second, 365 days into 24 hours. I know that my picture is still lying there. It has not been removed. So we have to understand that psyche, and for that I think we should put in some strong responsibilities and measures. Yes, we do reporting, we go to the police. Police has their own protocol to follow, and police cannot act without a written complaint, and then only they can send notices to these companies and all. So with this I can I just come back to the panel where we can discuss on this. So this was my idea about what policies and frameworks should be there and how we can prevent.